Today's game is brought to you by Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce, Assured Partners, Legends American Grill, Jensen Ford, Sports Plus, Sports Medicine, Edward Jones, Zach Wall, Capone and Brown, Wayward Social, Zeno's, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wells Fargo Advisors, Marshalltown Community College, The Embers, Marshalltown, Bruin Manufacturing, Ken's Transmission, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill, Top Crafters, Marshalltown Hy-Vee. Welcome to the Countdown to Tip-Off.
Welcome into the Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV. I'm Brandon Lewis. Dylan Doze alongside me for tonight's game as the Jefferson Jayhawks are in town tonight as they square off against your Marshalltown Bobcats. These two teams with opposite records. Jefferson comes in with a mark of 2-7. Your Marshalltown Bobcats are 7-2. Coming off a loss to the Ames Little Cyclones on Thursday night. They've had a few days, Dylan, to get themselves reacclimated, maybe a little bit of practice time. Got to be kind of hurting off of that game, though, and they definitely want to bounce back in this one against the Jayhawks tonight.
Yeah, Thursday night was a woulda, coulda, shoulda. Marshalltown really figured out Lucas Luth late in that second quarter, but could not get the buckets when they needed it. Seemed to be an electric fence around taking the lead, and now you go into a weird schedule. You don't play Friday night. That's your practice. You come right into a Monday. Are the Bobcats going to come out flat, or are they going to come out hungry?
We'll see here tonight as they take on the Jefferson Jayhawks, as tip-off is coming up in a little bit. When we come back, we'll get a look at your key area opponent matchups. This is the Countdown to Tip-Off right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. Home equity loans are as low as 5.74% for a 5-year fixed-rate loan. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com. Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to marshalltown.org.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a large variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines. How can you help Marshalltown High School and enjoy a mouth-watering burger at the same time? By ordering the Bobcat Burger at Legends American Grill. 2 quarter-pound patties with crisp bacon strips, sauteed onions, and melted American cheddar, jack, and Swiss cheeses on top of fresh shredded lettuce on a toasted bun. It's absolutely delicious. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold is donated by Legends to Marshalltown High School activities. So, enjoy a Bobcat Burger and help MHS. The Bobcat Burger, another exclusive from Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
It's our key area opponent matchups on the Countdown to Tip-Off tonight on KFJB-TV, all brought to you by Brown's Shoe Fit in Marshalltown. It's Monday. It's a light night around the state of Iowa.
Yeah, it really is. You have that north central Iowa key matchup. Mason City travels down the Avenue of the Saints to Charles City, and then you have Ottumwa, and Burlington. So then you go into that southeast corner of Iowa. We've got the middle part covered. It's a pretty light buffet of opportunities and games here in the state of Iowa on a Monday night.
Yeah, Trey Brown for the Ottumwa Bulldogs. The Bobcats will see them later this season, but he's averaging 13 points a game as a sophomore. One of the good players right there for the Ottumwa Bulldogs, who have a good matchup. Burlington made the tournament last year. They're always, it seems like the Greyhounds, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like they always find a way into the playoffs coming out of the eastern portion of the state of Iowa. So anyway, a good week of action. We've got Hoover right here inside the Roundhouse tomorrow night. And then on Friday night, it's a road trip for the Marshalltown Bobcats. We'll be in Waterloo to take on East. And looking forward to that matchup. That'll be a good one in the northern part of things in the Iowa Alliance Conference. It's a non-conference game tonight inside the Roundhouse as the Jefferson Jayhawks are in town. We'll get a preview of them when we come back right here on Your Home for the Cats. It's KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Shoe Fit in Marshalltown, you can find the right shoe for every occasion with a wide variety of top quality brands. Brown Shoe Fit carries the finest in footwear for both men and women with a large selection of athletic, dress, comfort, work boots, and European footwear, carrying multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert, friendly staff is available to give you a personalized experience and find the right shoe for your needs. Stop in today at Brown Shoe Fit, 10 East Main Street in downtown Marshalltown.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family. We want to be there for your first car, we want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Don't let concerns about current events derail your long-term financial strategy. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you to understand today's financial landscape and how to be positioned for the long term. Edward Jones can give you the tools for a reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Call Zach Wall at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or online at edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back in on the countdown to tip-off here on KFJB and KFJB-TV. I'm Brandon Lewis. Dylan Dose alongside me here tonight. Dylan, we had a nice moment before the game tonight. An 83-year-old gentleman from Marshalltown. I forgot to get his name here tonight, but he stopped by and said he really enjoys our coverage, so we appreciate that. And we also got nice comments from Jeremy Fox, who emailed us earlier here today, talking and thinking about our coverage of our wrestling coverage over the weekend for the Allie Morrison duels. Marshalltown ended up third in that, Webster City at second, and Johnston at number one in the Allie Morrison duels. You can watch that back on our YouTube channel at KFJB-TV. All right, let's dive into tonight's scouting report on the Jefferson Jayhawks with Dylan Jones, all brought to you by Bruin Manufacturing of Marshalltown.
Yeah, West Bruns has the Jayhawks sitting at 2-7 this year, and they have a lot of the hallmarks of a struggling team. They started out 2-0 against some lower competition. Once they really started rolling against some other Cedar Rapids schools, Dubuque schools, and bigger Iowa City schools, 7 in a row in the loss column. They've really struggled to score the ball, and they've turned it over a lot. But when they do score the ball, they do have a good 6'1 junior, efficient scorer in Rashad Gatewood. Gatewood sits 6'1", shooting 56% from three. Only has 9 threes on the year, but still 9 in there. He can shoot it from the inside, shoot it from the outside. And then there's a couple of pieces of Honest Hodges along with Dom Martinez-White are going to be the three names you may hear us call quite a bit. But really, I think Coach Bruns is looking at how do you make strides, how do you make steps forward, because the common opponent, though it was it didn't go in the official score column for the Bobcats, losing to Iowa City West in overtime. Iowa City West did face the Cedar Rapids Jefferson team and beat them by 43. So really, I look for, if you can get down a team that's struggling early, you can build upon that. Don't let an injured dog stay in the fight. You want to put them down early.
You know, the thing is that when you look at a game like this, Marshalltown owns every statistical category.
Yep.
How do you get your team ready for a game like that so you don't just walk in thinking, hey, we're going to take care of these guys?
I think you've got to be hurt that you didn't play that well on Thursday night. I think Trayshawn Brooks coming back from injury, he's ready to play. Trey just saw last week where we didn't play great against North but got a win, and we went to Ames, and I promise you Trey was on that bench saying, guess what, if I'm in here, we win. And from our perspective, if Trey Brooks was playing last week, we win. So I think Trey's going to bring that energy. And then I also just think it's the pride within. The Bobcats want to do something special this year, and you have to take care of the teams you're supposed to beat to do something special.
Yeah, that is for sure. And, of course, Trayshawn Brooks, top 10 in the state right now as far as assists per game, averaging 4.5 assists per game. He's setting up his guys to be successful on the floor. We'll talk to Coach about that. Coming up, also our Cat Connection. This is the countdown to tip-off right here on your home for the Cats. It's News Talk 1230, KFJB AM, 93.9 FM, as well as KFJB-TV.
Manufacturing is a family-owned and operated business founded in Marshalltown, Iowa, and we have a unique approach to plastic injection moldings with our own custom in-house tool shop. Since 1949, Bruin Manufacturing has provided injection molded plastic parts for construction, industrial, agriculture, medical, sports, and recreational purposes. We are an industry-leading manufacturer of precision plastic components. To learn more about Bruin Manufacturing, visit our website at bruinmfg.com. Bruin Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Marshalltown Bobcats.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Capon & Brown helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Capon & Brown to hear more about how they can help you feel healthier and happier in your home. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call them today at 641-753-3563 or visit them online at caponandbrowninc.com. Your local premier Lennox dealer, where quality has been a promise for 48 years.
Golf doesn't end when the weather gets cold at Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown. With their 2 full-swing simulators, anything you can do at an outdoor golf course, you can do at our indoor golf simulator. With 80-plus golf courses to choose from, visit wanderingcreekgolf.com for more information.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress has your mattress. Every firmness, comfort, and support level, each at a great price. Make the investment today for a good night's sleep for years to come. McGregor's also has quality furniture for every room in your home. Beautiful, comfortable sofas, recliners, dinette sets, and office furniture to help you work and relax in comfort and style. McGregor's Furniture is proud to bring you quality furniture and great service, and they are proud to support Bobcat Athletics. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
Back in on our Cat Connection right here on KFJB-TV. Aubrey Tejada with us for the Marshalltown Bobcats. Our Cat Connection all brought to you by Top Crafters. Of course, being one of the juniors on this squad, Amaya Moore, Sarah Huffman, Aniston Borsch, also junior starters. How long have you ladies been playing together, and what's that mean to be able to kind of communicate and maybe know you can rely on each other?
So we've played since about 7th grade together.
Okay.
So we know each other very well on the court, I would say.
Yeah. What do you think the biggest benefit of playing together with a team like that?
I would say the biggest benefit is knowing where they're going to move. Like, I know where my players are going to be, and I know where to pass the ball most of the time.
Yeah. Of course, being a little bit of a younger team, we talked to Sarah and Amaya about that, kind of showing the younger players. What's the one thing you can kind of help younger players and bring them along as the season goes?
I would definitely say helping them transition into the high school game, knowing that it's tougher and you really need to cheer on your teammates more often when you're playing in games.
Yeah. What's it like to balance everything for schoolwork to practices to games? There's a lot going on.
It's a little tough sometimes. Mentality gets a little low sometimes, but teammates really help with keeping your mentality up when you're playing on the court.
Yeah. Of course, Coach Brian Murphy has been here for some, for I forget what it is, 5-6 seasons or so right now. And so knowing that you have a coach that's been in a role and kind of establishing maybe the offense or defensive philosophy, what's that mean to you to be able to know that you can kind of count on a coach to be there for you?
It definitely helps a lot to know that he knows what he's doing, and he can definitely teach us what to do right and what to improve on during the season.
What kind of goals do you have for this season?
This season, I would really like for our mentality to be better, and it obviously is starting the season, and I would really like for us to win some games.
Yeah, that's a good goal. Yeah, love it. Hey, good luck the rest of the season. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep, Aubrey Tejada with us here on the Cat Connection. And it's all brought to you by Top Crafters, providing all of Central Iowa with quality countertops and service for decades. This is Bobcat Athletics right here on KFJB-TV.
Are you looking for an affordable way to update the look of your shower or vanity top? At Top Crafters, we offer more than just countertops. The possibilities are endless with custom and standard shower bases and panels. Wilson Art's innovative wall panel system and the Onyx collection both make custom showers easy. These systems are beautiful, durable, and made in the USA. Top Crafters also has a huge selection of laminate, solid surface, quartz, and granite. For your next project, stop into our showroom at 811 Iowa Avenue West in Marshalltown.
Hey, Bobcat Nation, welcome back into the pregame show right here on KFJB-TV. This is the countdown to tip-off, our pregame chat with Coach, all brought to you by Iowa Kitchen Company. Coach, you come into this one, Monday night tilt. You've got 3 games this week, coming off a loss against Ames on the road. A really good game, a 5-point affair. Just free throws and some untimely turnovers, things of that nature. Was that kind of the focal point in the last couple days of practice for you guys?
Yeah, it's been really just trying to get back to the basics of what's made us have success up to this point, and just keeping things simple, understanding how we want to play and where we want the ball to go at times, and just really going back to those core things we really kind of drilled on early in the season.
Last time you lost was to Urbandale right here at home, and, of course, you ran off 5 straight wins in a row. Guys rebounded really well from that loss. Is that kind of what you're expecting out of your team to really handle and bounce back here tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I just coming out of break, we haven't gotten into a real groove, depending on kind of our lineups at times, some injuries. So it's just a matter of just consistency and understanding how we need to approach things every single day.
Couple of good news items for the Bobcats, though. Trayshawn Brooks going to return tonight, and Jackson Bowie just told me he's going to suit up tonight. So it's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah, it was great. Seeing Jackson practice the past couple days and being more active and being able to be out there is just awesome. Just knowing how hard he's worked to get back on the court, and just amazing, teammate. He's been here for our team every step of the way. Never missed a practice. He's just still here rehabbing, and it's just awesome to see him be able to suit up again.
Is that just the Bobcat community? Because we look at the girls' basketball. Paige Wurzberger last year, she didn't hardly play at all, but she was there every single game. Jackson Bowie's been kind of the same thing. We've seen other guys in other sports be around the programs, even though they've been injured. It just seems like left and right it's happening, and they're still showing up and being good teammates.
I think that's something we take pride in, and not just the basketball program, but our sports in general. Is just because you're injured, doesn't mean you're not part of the team. You're just as part of the team and just as important as anyone else. So that's what we try and treat it that way.
Your opponent tonight's the Jefferson Jayhawks in town. 2 teams with opposite records. They're at 2-7. You're at 7-2. They're going in a little bit of a different direction. How do you keep your guys focused and make sure that they don't come out flat here tonight?
Well, it's just consistency. It doesn't matter, who we're playing or what their record is. North the other night was a good indication of that. I think they've only won maybe a couple games, and they gave us a good running. So just being consistent on how hard we play, control what we can, and we always have to respect who we're playing, no matter who it is, and have that same mindset and consistency of we need to do things to win the game.
January, you always think, oh, we're getting into conference play, but a non-conference tilt here tonight. Does that ever change anything up, knowing that it's a team that you haven't really seen a whole lot of?
Yeah, I mean, that this just shows our guys we need to be ready to go because we haven't really played anyone from out east. So, we don't know how it is necessarily over that way, and we need to be ready to go.
Sounds good. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you. That
is head coach Michael Appel in our pregame chat on the countdown to tip-off, all brought to you by Iowa Kitchen Company of Marshalltown. Let us design your dream space today with quality cabinetry and endless designs and styles to choose from. Coming up next, we'll check out the starting lineups right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Excellent service and lasting relationships are just a few things we are proud of at Iowa Kitchen Company. We value our customers, and when it comes to designing a new kitchen, bathroom, or office space, we want our customers to get the results they're looking for. We provide quality cabinetry, craftsmanship, and design with endless finishes and styles to choose from. Let Iowa Kitchen Company guide you through your next project. Visit our showroom today at 811 Iowa Avenue West in Marshalltown, or visit our website at iowakitchenco.com.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. This city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. This city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
Coming up after the game tonight, we'll talk about tonight's game with head coach Michael Appel, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services. As also coming up after the game tonight, we'll get you stats and tell you what games are on the slate for the rest of the week. But here tonight, the Jefferson Jayhawks are welcomed in. They're 2-7 behind head coach Wes Bruns. And here's their starting lineup here tonight. Mateo Smallwood, number 1, will get the go tonight. A 5'8 senior, 2.8 points per game, and a guard. Number 4, Avanis Hodges, 7.9 points per game, 3.4 rebounds per game. A 5'11 junior guard, Avanis Hodges. Number 5, Logan Augustine, averaging 3.2 points per game. A 6'1 senior and a guard getting the go here tonight. Number 10, Marty Blakey. 3.9 points per game, 1.6 rebounds per game, a 6'3 junior and a forward. Number 15, Jacob Strain. I know that Coach mentioned to me, Wes Bruns mentioned that he might potentially be out with illness here today, but he is good to go as Jacob Strain, 2.3 points per game, a 6-foot senior forward. He'll get the go tonight. And number 21, Adam Pano, a 6'4 senior center, 4.2 points per game. That's the starting lineup for the 2-7 Jefferson Jayhawks here tonight. Now inside the roundhouse, the Marshalltown Bobcats at a mark of 7-2 behind fifth-year head coach Michael Appel. Brynjar Brynjolfsson, Mark Hauser, assistant coaches for the Bobcats, who lost, of course, on Friday night, ending a 5-game winning streak. Carter Giannetto gets the go tonight for the Marshalltown Bobcats, a guard at 6.7 points per game, 1.6 rebounds, and 2.7 assists per game, the 5'10 junior. Number 3, Trayshawn Brooks is back after a 2-game absence due to a knee injury, 8 points per game, 5.4 rebounds, 5 rebounds per game, and 4.4 assists. That's 8th best in Class 4A. Number 11, Braden Weatherly, will start tonight as 6'3" senior, averaging 3.8 points per game and 3 rebounds per game. Number 30, Drake Capeyu for the Bobcats, 6' senior guard, averaging 9 points per game and 83% from the free throw stripe. That's 27th best in Class 4A. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Marshalltown Bobcats, number 34, Dalen Houston, 9 rebounds per game. That's 5th best in 4A. 6'4" junior Ford with 4 double-doubles on the season. Dalen Houston for the Marshalltown Bobcats. That is your starting lineup as we take a look on KFJB-TV. Out there on the floor here tonight, making his comeback, as you see on KFJB-TV. There he is, Jackson Bowie. A great moment right there to see him suited up after that injury that he sustained during football season.
It's absolutely awesome. We were just talking off air. If you would have told us when we saw the ambulance come out, when we saw the Lincoln players all right there, that this could happen, we even said it at the times like, man, and this was his last year of basketball. Now to see him suited up, not expected to play, but just to see him in jersey, see him able to hoist up shots, it's a pretty incredible thing.
Yeah, that is for sure. Jackson Bowie and the Cats get going next right here on KFJB-TV.
Marshalltown knows competition. We started forging trowels in 1890 and evolved into manufacturing tools for masonry, drywall, concrete, flooring, tile, paint, and more. Today, we're still going strong. Marshalltown strong. As a worldwide leader in manufacturing, we crush the competition. We believe in our community and are proud to support Bobcat athletics.
Welcome back to the Roundhouse here on KFJB-TV. I'm Brandon Lewis, Dylan Dose alongside as you take a look at the student section tonight for the Marshalltown Bobcats as the Bobcats get going here tonight against the Jefferson Jayhawks as the Bobcats 14th ranked in the rankings on line as you look on Varsity Bound. As head coach Michael Apple and his squad 2-1 out of the Iowa Alliance North Conference and a mark of 7-2. 2-7 are the Jefferson Jayhawks out of the Mississippi Valley behind head coach Wes Bruns. You look at these two teams, Dylan, obviously much different. The Bobcats 17th overall in points given up per game at 50 points per game. Meanwhile, Jefferson giving up 71 points per game. Points per game for the Bobcats scoring-wise, they're averaging 60 points per game. That's 8th best scoring team in Class 4A. So you could just go up and down statistic-wise, and that's why I mentioned to Coach and even you in the pregame is, you know, this is a game you don't want to overlook. You want to come out prepared. You want to come out and put your best foot forward.
Yeah, you definitely do. You want to hit it early. We know that Jefferson does struggle to turn the ball over almost 17, 18 times a game. If you can get them sped up and get that game in the 60s and 70s, Bobcats look to go home with a win here tonight.
Yeah, and it will be a 8th victory of the season if they get the job done here tonight. They welcome in the Hoover Huskies coming up tomorrow night. Of course, the loss against Ames ended a 5-game winning streak for the Marshalltown Bobcats. Interesting enough, though, you look at that game against Ames on Thursday night, 26 apiece rebounding categories. There was a lot of things that were very close, but the one that was far apart was free throws. Bobcats went just 5 of 14. And when you get to tournament play, you cannot go 5 of 14 at the free throw line. You make, 5 of those free throws, you're tied up. 6 of those free throws, you win that game. So very pivotal piece of that game was the free throws that were missed for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and I really look at that as that was just an aberration because the Bobcats have shot it at about 73% coming into that game. Good free throw shooting team. It just seemed snake bit the other night. So if they can continually rebound at that clip against a bigger Ames team, I still think the Marshalltown Bobcats are going to be able to put some victories together.
And, of course, Trayshawn Brooks getting back into the starting lineup here tonight as you take a look at the starters on KFJB-TV as Trayshawn Brooks, number 3, is back after a 2-game absence. Drake Capeyu, he had 6 points the other night against Ames. I thought maybe a little bit quiet offensively. And then Dalen Houston, he picked up 11 points and 11 rebounds. It was his 4th double-double of the season. The only other guy to do that on the squad, Prince Jala, who will come off the bench, and I think that'll be a better role for him. He's looked so much more comfortable coming off the bench in that 6-man spot so far on the season.
Yeah, there's a couple people coming off the bench. Once Prince had an abnormally really rough week last week. Did not score the ball really quite well. I agree with you. Let him see the game, watch the game, and then be able to jump off that bench along with Eisenbarth and be able to give instant offense.
Dalen Houston will jump for the Marshalltown Bobcats. It goes into the backcourt. Cats will win the opening tip-off, and 8 minutes and counting now on the clock as Giannetto comes near side. Around the perimeter they go. Trayshawn Brooks over to the left wing and back to the top of the key as Trayshawn Brooks back into his point guard spot. He's way up high. He'll take a little dribble in. Now kicks to his right side. And still around the perimeter, the Bobcats go with 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Here comes the shot, right wing. Bang, it's good. Saw him warming up in warm-ups, and he looked good. Capeyu drops it in from the right wing, and it's good. Cats up 3-0.
Yeah, Bobcats able to find the weak spot on that 2-3 zone. Wide open shot for Drake Capeyu.
Jayhawks, right wing. They'll try to go inside, a little stutter step, and it looked like a misstep right there for Marty Blakey. And the junior can't drop it in from the free throw line. Capeyu could have shot a 3. He was open. Giannetto will. Left wing, 3 off the back of the iron. No good. And Blakey holds in the rebound, and the clear out goes to Smallwood as he'll bring it up middle of the courts. Boy, Smallwood at 5'8". He'll take a 3. Far side, pops it out. No good. Houston tried to go for the rebound off the bottom of the hoop, or excuse me, the backboard. The shot is no good, but a foul's going to be called on, looks like Houston maybe going to pick up his first foul of the night, first team foul. Will come here with 6:46 in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Bobcats couldn't get that defensive rebound, and then a free throw here for the Jayhawks.
Jacob Strain will put it in. He's a 70% free throw shooter coming in on the season, as he has 2 free throws here on the shooting foul, and the second one is good as well. And it is 3-2. Cats on top by 1 with 6:46 to go in the opening quarter of play.
Like to see the Bobcats get it to that free throw line to Houston and then kick back out.
Brooks top of the key, feeds left, and now back to the top of the key as the Cats go right to left on your radio dial and your TV screen here tonight. Zone defense opening up, a 2-3 zone defense here tonight as the Bobcats usually face that, and then seems like other teams eventually move to man as at the right high post, Dalen Houston knocks it down for 2.
Yeah, once you get Dalen or you get Prince at that free throw line, it's very hard for the zone defenses to stay with integrity.
A 3 to counter for the Jayhawks is no good as that one came from the right wing by Augustine. And the Jayhawks drive in. It's going to be a charge on Jayhawks. As going in is Blakey on the left block, and the Bobcats step of the way and draw the charge. It's 5-2. Was that Capeyu who drew that charge over there?
That was Braden Weatherly.
Okay, Weatherly drew that charge. Saw a whole cluster of guys in there who Capeyu also hit the deck there. Brooks kicks out near side corner. Giannetto, he'll reverse it back out. Now back to Giannetto inside to the left block to Houston. Gets sort of pushed out of there momentarily in between 3 guys. Now 4 Jayhawks stepping in. Tosses it up. Not the greatest to look. Maybe look for a pass next time, but the rebound clear out to Smallwood. Here he comes left to right, up the court, into the front court, over to the right wing, and now they pick up the dribble. Capeyu almost knocks it out of the hand of Augustine, and out of bounds is Blakey, and it's back to the Cats, 5-2 with 5:29 opening quarter.
And on that last possession, Braden Weatherly needed to dive to the rim on that to help Dalen and get a quick, easy layup, but he stayed out there, and Dalen ended up having to take it up on 3 defenders.
Trayshawn Brooks with that wrap on his left knee after sitting out 2 games last week. That's going to work offensively here in the front court, as you see on KFJB-TV. Wes Bruns, head coach, standing up, and a 3 on the right side. It is good. Counter right there for Giannetto, his first 3 of the night as he comes in. A 28% three-point shooter on the season. Cats overall, three-point land, 30%. That's dwindled a little bit as of late with some shooting woes.
Yeah, really, it comes down to our three-point shooting to see how far we can go. It's nice to see Drake and Carter both hit early ones.
Smallwood, a lane opens up for him. Houston takes a swat at it, might have got a piece of it. Brooks got the rebound, but Blakey steals it back. A little scoop and score. He can't get it to go. Giannetto will track down the rebound. And Brooks is going to pick up a foul here. A little bit of a cheapie on Smallwood. They call it a charge, but he didn't have the ball in his hands in his possession.
Calling an offensive foul on Trey, and very rarely do you see that called on a loose ball situation. Yeah. Interesting call. Coach Apple thought it was an interesting call, and Trey's going to get an early breather.
So Trayshawn Brooks picks up his first foul of the night for the Cats. Second team foul overall team-wise. A runner on the baseline on the far side. Avanis Hodges, is that who checked in over there on the baseline runner? No, that was Logan Augustine as he puts it in for two. And it is 8-4. Capello to answer for a three. It's in and out. Houston skies up in the lane and puts it back in for two. Huge bucket. It's 10-4.
Yeah, right now the Jayhawks don't have the quick athleticism and strength of Dalen Houston on the inside. Dalen could have a real big night.
Huge play for Dalen Houston. Cats almost forced a turnover. Jackson Eisenbarth is checked in. Smallwood, hands off, top of the key, three. And it skims off the iron, but the rebound comes out near side. Carson Dighton has checked in. And now Houston gets the rebound. He'll bring it up himself. It's a 1-on-3, and he'll slow it down and gives it to Giannetto, who's trailing on the play. Eisenbarth, corner pocket three. It pops in and out, no good on the far side.
I love there's no hesitation when you get a good shot to shoot it.
10-4 the score with 3:13 in the opening quarter of play. Ball out of bounds. It will stay with Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Smallwood's going to check out. Avanis Hodges is into the game. The 5'11 junior averaging 7.9 points per game for the Jayhawks. We'll drop it in. Now kick it out left wing. Bounce pass at the top of the key to Hodges. Hodges runs in. And you can see his scoring ability right there is immediately checking in. Instant offense. It's 10-6.
Yeah, Bobcats need to be able to get here on the offensive end, be able to get something at the bucket.
Last time down the floor, we saw this great play from Dalen Houston. Just a great play to range up. I think he wanted the foul, but that's a good no call on the foul right there. Just a great rebound and the putback for Dalen Houston. 10-6, inbounds. Eisenbarth not finding his stroke as of late. Three is no good. And Jefferson Jayhawks down by 4. Get it into the front court here. And at the top of the key, Avanis Hodges. Dribbling to the right wing, gets a screen, does not use it. Zone defense for the Cats here. Usually we see a lot of man-to-man. Hodges fades away at the left high post. He's got 4, and it's back to a 2-point game.
Yeah, we're not seeing Prince come off the bench early so far. Not sure what's going on there. He's in the second level of benches here tonight. And he really is usually that first sub to get the Bobcats rolling offensively.
Getting ready to check in for the Bobcats, Rogelio Sarin. As he'll check in for Jackson Eisenbarth. As the Bobcats had the ball knocked away out of bounds on the far sideline. So Sarin will inbound this one as Trayshawn Brooks. Braden Weatherly will check out. Now Drake Capello is back into the game. Inbounds to Brooks with 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter of play. Quick ball movement. Sarin down low, got it. Feeds it back up to Brooks at the top of the key. Now back to Giannetto, 3. Can't get that one to go. Sarin gets in the mix and almost gets it back for the Cats, but no, Jefferson will keep it as we're into the front court.
Bobcats have struggled against zone defenses where they settle for the 3 without getting it inside, outside, and so far that's the case here tonight.
Turnaround jumper on the right block. It is good. As that one comes inside for Carson Dighton, his first bucket of the night. 10-10, we're tied up. This is exactly what you feared coming in.
Yeah, this is a Monday night game for sure.
Baseline jumper is no good. Sarin just in the mix right there. Boy, that one should have been back to the Bobcats.
Oh, my goodness.
Great effort. It looked like Jefferson touched it last, potentially Avanis Hodges as well as Jacob Strain. But, boy, it's back to the Jayhawks tied up 10-10 apiece here in the opening quarter of play.
Yeah, really sloppy first quarter here. Not doing a good job cleaning up the defensive glass.
And now a charge. An illegal screen is going to be set up high. And you've got the pronunciation on Adam's name.
Yes, I do. It's Ponic. Rhymes with tonic.
Or Sonic.
That too.
Or Snoop Dogg would say Chronic.
That's right.
I don't know. Maybe we're not allowed.
I don't know if we
say
can.
That.
I don't know if
we
we're
probably
on the
shouldn't have
radio.
said it.
We're
We
on
are
the radio, so we can't. If it was YouTube only, yes.
Well, I don't think it's like a swear word, but I just think it's probably frowned upon. Back down the other way. And Jefferson loses it. And they try to get it back. It's a foul on Adam Ponick. And it's back the other way with the Bobcats. So Ponick picks up his first foul of the night. Fourth team foul on the Jefferson Jayhawks.
Yeah, this is a real sloppy Bobcat first frame.
Pass over there, batted out of bounds. Carson Dighton knocked that one out of bounds for Jefferson. We've seen that at least 3 times already where they picked off out of that zone defense. They're able just to get into that window and poke it out of there. And now Houston goes in as he gets the feed down to the right block from Drake Capello. And he's going to be held, and I think that might be on Ponick again. Yeah, his second quickly.
Yeah, in those moments, especially on a 2-3 zone where you're just passing around the perimeter, it can almost be like an involuntary muscle. You're just swinging around. You're not actually paying attention to the pass.
Well, a 3, and that will stop the bleeding as the second 3 of the game for Drake Capello. As I mentioned in warm-ups, he looked very good. He was hitting a lot of his shots, and it's carried right over here. As we count down the final seconds of this first quarter, 3 will come up short. Houston long range, it won't matter, it comes late. And it's 13-10. Cats take a lead into the second quarter on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
In your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. Home equity loans are as low as 5.74% for a 5-year fixed-rate loan. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Braden Weatherly and you're watching Marshalltown basketball on KFJB-TV.
13-10 after the first quarter of play as the Bobcats with a big shot right before the end of that first quarter. Jefferson Jayhawks could not get a bucket on their end of things, but it's Capello right here, as you see on KFJB-TV from the near side quarter, a pure shot right there. Capello is one of those guys, the senior leaders, who's got to really get this team going because it's been a little bit of a rough start in that first quarter.
Yeah, he really does. Not only with his passing ability, he's able to get it inside, get out, but also knowing that he can get to it with knocking down those big shots.
A light night around the state of Iowa. Let's take a look at the regional scoreboard, all brought to you by Central State Bank. I know that we were keeping an eye on Burlington as well as Ottumwa. I'm not sure if we have any scores from those games as of yet, but we will try to keep you updated as the night goes along, Dylan.
Yeah, we're still don't have anything updated to see what the score is, but as Brandon said, we will when we have it for you.
Jefferson Jayhawks begin the second quarter with the basketball, trailing by 3 as Capello, we mentioned, hit that shot right before the end of the first quarter. Little pass down low. They got the feed late. The shot is missed by Blakey. And the Bobcats finally get it back here. They'll take it the other way. Capello, no numbers. Trails it behind for Giannetto. Now around the perimeter, Bobcats have it.
Love to see him attack the seams on this zone and not just settle to pass it around the perimeter.
Eisenbarth. His shot has kind of fallen dry in the well, I guess you could say. He'll try his luck, third three of the night. No, that one's going to be off the back of the iron. I feel like maybe he should go for a drive or something. I know that's his shot. He's a square-up shooter, but maybe get something a little bit closer inside, build your confidence back up.
I really think with Jackson, that pass needs to come from the post out and not just swing it around the perimeter, because then the defense is chasing you when you get it inside out.
3 from straight on is good by Carson Dighton for the Jayhawks. He has 5 of the game, and we're tied at 13 with 6:26 to go in the second quarter. Bobcats in a little bit of trouble here tonight to the 2-7 Jayhawks. Capeyu, right wing 3. It's popping it in and out, and 3 Jayhawks are there to get the rebound, including Logan Augustine, who eventually hauled that one in. Smallwood up the court over the left wing. High point the basketball is Marty Blakey. Blakey drives past Houston all the way to the rack. Stepping in, it was Eisenbarth got a piece of that one. Clear out. Numbers. Brooks takes it against Smallwood. He's got the size advantage, and there's the play the Bobcats needed desperately. Back up 15-13 as on the right side of the court right there. As Brooks put that one in, he looked good. It bounced back after a couple games off.
Yeah, he does. Looks great on the defensive end and was able to just finish and score over the smaller Smallwood.
Capeyu has a clean pick and a steal right there on the defensive side of things. Cats are up the floor quickly. Thought about the 3, got the defender off of his feet. Now they go right back to Capeyu. 3, drop it in! His third of the night, and a big one from the right wing, and a timeout's going to be taken by Jefferson. Right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to marshalltown.org.
Hey Bobcat fans, this is Kale Sandvik and you're watching Marshalltown basketball on KFJB-TV.
It's 18-13, Bobcats leading it as you come back to Trayshawn Brooks on that fast break play. And the Cats with a couple of much-needed buckets, one by Trayshawn, and then Drake Capeyu just hit his third 3 of the night.
Yeah, a couple steals this quarter along with the 3 threes. He has been aggressive. This is the most aggressive we've seen Drake offensively in a long time.
18-13, and the timeout taken by the Jefferson Jayhawks. An aggressive Drake Capeyu is a very good Drake Capeyu because not only has he done it offensively here tonight, but what set up their last bucket was him making a steal on the defensive end of things. So Smallwood brings it up into the front court for the Jefferson Jayhawks. Capeyu guarding on the right wing right there on Logan Augustine. Around the perimeter, back to Smallwood, right wing. Giannetto guards on him. Dark blue, light baby blue uniforms for the Jefferson Jayhawks. Good move inside, but can't get the bucket to go for Rashad Gatewood, who averages 8.1 points per game coming off the bench here tonight for the junior. Brooks into the front court for the Cats. Leading at 18-13. Cats looking for their 8th victory of the season. Weatherly, he likes the 3 ball, but it's no good near side corner, and Jefferson gets the rebound again. As so far in the season, Weatherly's 3 hasn't really come along. He's at 30% right now. It's not absolutely atrocious or anything by any means, but it's just a lot of those shots just not falling for guys right now, not getting hot.
Yeah, you really need to just drive it off that baseline when the zone's already in movement. Drive it. Break down that zone.
There's the drive right here again. A little bit out of control. Tries to spin it up and under. Gatewood no good on back-to-back possessions for the Jayhawks. And the Cats will look to answer here with a bucket of their own, leading 18-13. Under 4 minutes to go, second quarter. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk to Brian Murphy. 3, right wing. Giannetto, another big bucket, his second one of the night. But Brian Murphy coming up, girls basketball coach, and halftime. Big shot right there for Giannetto.
Yeah, nice three where the zone was a little bit too slow to recover, and Giannetto standing 2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line.
Run right here for the Cats. 8 straight points. But it looks like it'll be slowed down here with a foul inside. As Carson Dighton went inside, Weatherly, they say, pushed. And Dighton will head to the line for the first time tonight for 2 free throws. He's a 38% free throw shooter coming in. It is a shooting foul, so 2 free throws for Dighton, the senior at 6'3".
They counted the bucket.
They did count the bucket. All right, excuse me. They did count the bucket, and he made the free throw. And so at 3-point play, it's 21-16. That ends a 8-0 run for the Cats, but a good run at that.
Yeah, definitely was able to knock down some shots, but defensively, Weatherly got drove on 3 times in a row, and Coach Apple has taken him out here and subbed in Jackson Eisenbarth.
Eisenbarth, Houston, Giannetto, Brooks, Capeyu. 5 on the floor for the Cats in their white tops and bottoms. Blue numbers outlined in red. 3 again. Boys, he's hot. 4 threes for Capeyu. On fire here tonight as Drake Capeyu comes in. 36% from three-point land on the season.
Yeah, Drake just replaced Trey there and was able to knock it down.
Well, we've been wanting to see a more aggressive Capeyu, and maybe he's been rewatching some of his games on KFJB-TV.
I wouldn't doubt him.
Giannetto, can he get hot? No, that one off the back of the iron and the glass, and it is no good. And here comes Smallwood up the court. Giannetto will guard him.
Bobcats staying in that man-to-man.
Under 2.5 minutes now. A drive from the right wing is no good. Clear out to Brooks up court. 1-on-1. Brooks inside. Passes out near side to the left wing as he was all the way down to the right block, but opted to pass for Giannetto as 2 guys were stepping in on Brooks late on his drive and in the layup attempt. Eisenbarth finally hits on the near side on a 3. It's good. As Eisenbarth will hit his first 3 of the night. And it's 27-16. Bobcats up by 11.
Bobcats have 7 threes here in the first half and only 3 2-point field goals.
I don't know if Coach absolutely loves that, right? I mean, he loves that they're going down, but
yeah,
shot selection.
I think
there's a reach in on Capeyu as that was going to come in as Avanis Hodges was driving in from straight on.
He would love to see Dalen get touches around the lane area, be it at the free throw line or in the short corner, because really that's where that 2-3 zone will break down when it kind of sucks in on itself.
1:42 to go before halftime. Jefferson Jayhawks with the basketball. That was the 4th team foul on the Bobcats. And this one's going to be their 5th team foul inside. A blocking foul is going to be called as Capeyu just picked up his first foul of the night. And right here, Jackson Eisenbarth is going to pick up his first foul of the night. A blocking foul down on the right block as he was guarding Adam Ponick.
I'd like to see Jackson just stay big there. He likes that flop down low. I'd like him just to stay big, stay strong.
Ponick at the top of the key, swings it left wing around the perimeter for the Jayhawks. Back up to the top to Avanis Hodges, guarded by Capeyu. With the right wing, they're trying to drop it inside, but Ponick being guarded in the front by Eisenbarth. Did a nice job there. Long range shot, no good. Clear out to Capeyu. Gives it to a trailing Houston, and now around the perimeter. Left wide open 3. A little bit too quick on the draw right there for Eisenbarth. Maybe take a little bit more time off the shot clock. Up court to Ponick in transition. Turnaround jumper. Count the bucket. I believe Eisenbarth's going to pick up his 2nd foul of the night as he stepped in on Ponick, made the shot, and a free throw to come. As that is his first bucket of the night for Ponick, and looking to make it a 3-point play.
Good to hit 7 threes, but offensive rhythm and flow for the Bobcats has been not what you want. Not what you want. You want inside out, not just swing it around and shoot threes.
Yeah, that's for sure. Better ball movement. Houston at the free throw line, got that one. Giannetto left wing, held for the 3. Cross-court pass almost picked off Left wing, Giannetto.
Dalen's got to be a lot more aggressive calling for the ball there.
Yeah, he's not stepping down to the block either. 3 left wing, no good, in and out. And Jayhawks can play for the last shot here as the Cats misfire on that one, leading by 9. It's 27-18. A quick fire 3, oddly enough, by Jefferson, and the Cats are going to get the last shot here. Brooks will bring it into the front court, settles down to Houston. Now back to Brooks. Brooks drives in. Right wing 3. Is he hot? No. Can't get that one to go. As Capello's hit 4, he tried for 5 3-pointers in the first half. An odd first half, but the Cats have the lead by 9. It is 27-18 at the break right here on your home for Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. It's News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 FM and KFJB-TV.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family. We want to be there for your first car, we want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. Zach Wall, your Marshalltown Edward Jones financial advisor, is here to help you. He will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions, so he can help you achieve what's most important to you. Call Zach Wall at 641-752-3017 to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Capon & Brown helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Capon & Brown to hear more about how they can help you feel healthier and happier in your home. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call them today at 641-753-3563 or visit them online at caponandbrowninc.com. Your local premier Lennox dealer, where quality has been a promise for 48 years.
Welcome to the Halftime Report on KFJB-TV.
27-18 at halftime. The Bobcats up by 11 in that first half. It's a 9-point game at halftime, but Dylan, it really just doesn't feel like that kind of game with how kind of sloppy and out of control, I guess you could say, a little bit the Cats were in that first half.
I really don't think the Bobcats played with any form of intention. They were very lackadaisical offensively, not looking to really drive on the seams of the zone or try to get it inside to go outside. They really just swung it around the perimeter, and they were lucky to hit 7 threes en route of scoring 27. They did a much better job defensively, did a better job on the defensive glass there in the second quarter, but really this is the epitome of a Monday night game here in high school basketball.
Carson Dighton, 8 points in that first half. He leads the way. Drake Capello with 4 made threes, and he has 12 points in the first half. Carter Giannetto with 6 points in the first half with 2 made threes. As you see Capello on KFJB-TV, one of his latest 4 3-pointers that he made. Dalen Houston with 4, and Jackson Eisenberg with 3 at the break. Trayshawn Brooks, he had a layup on a fast break. He has 2. At halftime, it's 27-18. Cats lead here on KFJB-TV.
Never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
And we're back here at halftime. We're here joined by Bobcat women's head man, Coach Brian Murphy. Coach, rough night tonight, losing 56-11 here to Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Really, what did you see tonight from the offensive end, really seeing the ladies struggled here?
You know, I thought overall, I mean, we look like a team that's really young, playing against a team of mostly seniors.
Yep.
I mean, they're, you know, to Jefferson's credit, they're very crisp, they're very physical, very intense, very disciplined overall. And I thought, you know, it just took us way too long to adjust to that level of physicality. And so overall, I mean, it's, you know, we talked about it halftime. I mean, some of our best opportunities to grow are in games like that where,
Yep.
you know, it's hard to simulate that level of physicality in practice. And so it gives us a great opportunity to say, hey, look, you know, these are the cuts that are going to be difficult to make in a game, so you got to figure out how to make them anticipate and that sort of thing. And so the score is not what we want, but obviously, you know, when you're in the middle of the game, you got to figure out, you know, how do you make these things work, and that's where that maturity comes in.
Yeah, and last week's Calvin Rockets Player of the Week was Georgia Jansen, one of the freshman 5 that are on the varsity roster. And you talk about these are such important learning moments. What can you speak to maybe Georgia's growth over this year?
Yeah, I mean, the number one thing that she's starting to really recognize is her ability to be a threat on offense. You know, at the beginning of the year, she was mostly back to the basket, you know, kind of put it back up. And, you know, we're starting to get her outside the three-point line attacking. I mean, she's a lefty that throws girls off. She's got a nice frame. And, you know, if we can just get her to extend a little bit on that finish, I mean, she's going to be a threat. So, I mean, we want her to be increasingly aggressive as the season goes on. And, you know, it's just a matter of trying to find those minutes and figuring out kind of what combinations work and trying to put her in spots that are going to put the whole team in a good spot.
Yeah, and then you look at it, you got to learn those things in line. Tomorrow night, Hoover. Quick thing, what do we've got going on tomorrow night as we look towards Hoover?
Yeah, so Hoover's got one player. She's really solid, Elena Jarrett. She's a junior, solid athlete. She's got about 150 points on the season, and that's largely their team. So, I mean, we know exactly what we got to do coming in. You know, we got to shut her down and make sure that we, you know, our best bet is trying to turn defense into offense, and so we got to come with that mentality once we come into that game.
Thank you very much, and we'll be right back with the Ken Transmission key adjustment to the second half.
Choose Marshalltown Community College for your education.
A quality education.
Hands-on career training.
Convenient on-campus living.
One-on-one attention from my instructors.
Earning my AA degree and transferring to university, all while saving money.
Why was MCC the right choice for me? The great student activities and the friends I met.
2 convenient locations and the option to take online classes.
The right choice is MCC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. This city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. The city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
Marshalltown knows competition. We started forging trowels in 1890 and evolved into manufacturing tools for masonry, drywall, concrete, flooring, tile, paint, and more. Today, we're still going strong. Marshalltown strong. As a worldwide leader in manufacturing, we crush the competition. We believe in our community and are proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
(27-18) at halftime. The Bobcats are leading the Jefferson Jayhawks. Halftime adjustments all presented by Ken's Transmission, your family-owned transmission experts. One big adjustment the Cats need to make in the second half, Dylan.
Against that 2-3 zone, Dalen has got to demand the basketball up on that free throw line, because if he gets the ball there, he can either turn and drive against that zone or kick out for a better three. We can't just settle for swinging around the horn and jacking up threes.
We'll see how it goes in the second half for the Cats. They're up by 9 at the break right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Ever seen what it takes to fix a transmission? It takes a lot of patience, a lot of experience, and a whole lot of talent. At Ken's Transmission, they have all the above. Family owned and operated with over 62 years of experience in all areas of transmission, keeping your vehicle shifting smoothly, and routine maintenance, repair, and replacement, including automatic and manual. For reputable service you can trust, Ken's Transmission. Ken's Transmission at 306 East Anson Street in Marshalltown is a proud sponsor of the Marshalltown Bobcats.
Hey Bobcat fans, this is Drake Capello, and you're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-TV.
27-18 back inside the Roundhouse here on KFJB and KFJB-TV. I'm Brandon Lewis, Dylan Dose alongside me. Time to take a look at a regional scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Dylan.
Right now, Charles City and Mason City, we do not have a score for, nor do we have a score for the Burlington Ottumwa. Actually, we do here at halftime.
80-79.
80-79 with 2.5 minutes to go. That's a big one. Burlington sits at 8-3 this year, so that would be a big win for Ottumwa. And then Georgia leads TCU 38-7.
27-18 as we begin the second half, as Trayshawn Brooks has the basketball and in the near side, down low quickly. I think they talked about that at halftime. That's for sure. Better ball movement right there as Jalen Houston puts in the 2-point bucket. He has 6 in the game as we have 20 seconds gone here in the third quarter of play. Cats back up by 11 to begin the second half of play. As Cedar Rapids Jefferson will be called for a foul and a charge and illegal screen set by Jacob Strain. So Strain will pick up his second foul of the night, and it's a turnover. Do have a final in that Burlington game. Burlington topped Ottumwa 86-85. Mentioned to you,
goodness.
Of course, Burlington always a tough team. Trayshawn Brooks, right high post, takes a jumper for the Cats offensively. It's off the mark, and Jefferson has it clear out to Smallwood. Smallwood brings it up. Around the perimeter they go. Coming to the near side, DeMarty Blakey. Back to Smallwood, right wing. And back to the near side, now back to Smallwood. Near side corner, drops it in. Adaponic got it for a second, now back around to the right wing. Blakey goes inside, scores the bucket. As I believe Weatherly kind of rolled his ankle and he hit the floor. And, not doing good. Looks like he rolled up on that right ankle, just not right there as he's shaking his head. As he'll check out as Jackson Eisenbarth is back into the game. So, bucket was scored by Marty Blakey, and on that play, Blakey kind of ran in to Weatherly, and Weatherly, just rolled that ankle. So, Cats down a man. As they're back with it offensively on the right side of your radio dial. 3 near side corner. He stays hot. He's got his 5th 3 of the game and 15 points. Drake Capello for 3, 32-20. Their largest lead of 12.
Real quick, Trey just drove the ball, got to the lane, and then kicked out for a wide open shot. Much better rotation offensively for the Bobcats.
Get another assist. Here's Eisenbarth. Pokes inlet pass into the left block away, and they'll keep the basketball. 3 right wing to answer, though. It's good this time by Logan Augustine. And Augustine hits his first 3 of the game. That's the second 3 of the game for the Jefferson Jayhawks.
Yeah, keeping it close.
Brooks inside, floats one in the paint. The runner is no good. Bobcats went for the rebound as the net gets caught up in the hoop. The jump up as the officials stop play there for a moment. And Cedar Rapids Jefferson will have it here in the third quarter. Smallwood will bring it into the front court. Other side, Blakey has it. He'll cut down the right side of the paint, goes between 2 Bobcats and lays it up and in. That's a good move for him. did not have a bucket in the first half, but he has 2 here in the third quarter. And it is 32-25, 7-point game with 5:16 and counting third quarter.
Yeah, Blakey's a good-looking athlete, 6'2", thick, strong. Was able to use all his strength to get it up off the glass and in.
Eisenbart down to the right block, turns around, whips that one into the student section nearly, and that'll be a turnover on the Bobcats.
This has been very, very sloppy, and what we have noticed when Prince is not playing, there isn't that difference maker for that instant offense off the bench.
Smallwood over to the right wing, the senior. Passed it there around the perimeter. They keep going to the far side of the courts. And Brooks steals one away, tosses it off of Smallwood, and it's out of bounds. And he got hit in the midsection, so hopefully Smallwood is okay right there, as it will be Bobcat basketball. That one just a tough one right there. That one just got whipped around, and a tough one to get away from. So back to.
This seems like one of the opportunities the Bobcats can extend this lead. They had a couple times in that first half where they get it up to about 10, maybe 12.
Eisenbart 3 as a catch and shoot, and it is no good. Smallwood came over and
he's hurting.
Yeah, he's definitely hurting. He came over and laid down on the ground right away, so hopefully he's all right and able to get back into this one.
Trey Brooks, I don't know if he likes baseball, should play baseball. Threw that thing about an 85-mile heater.
Yeah, that's for sure, right? The midsection, not where you want to receive one. Brooks almost with a steal right here. It's out of bounds on him, and Strain will be the inbound man for the Jayhawks with 4:08 in the third quarter. Bobcats leading 32-25.
Yeah, Bobcats look really just kind of lethargic here tonight.
Can't do that tomorrow night as Hoover's going to be in the building.
Doesn't look like they can do it here tonight. This game's still a dogfight.
And shot clock ran out. I think Jayhawks got distracted because the ball was tipped out, but there was no possession gain. I think they forgot that the shot clock did not reset, and it runs out. And it will be Bobcat basketball, 32-25 with 3:35 remaining. Giannetto open, but did not take the three. Draws it back in offensively. Giannetto still left wide open. Jayhawks maybe know he's a little bit cold. That one off the front of the iron. Blakey climbs the ladder, got the rebound. Clear out quickly. Jayhawks are up into the front court.
Yeah.
Boy, Avanis Hodges looking like he wants to shoot that three from NBA range straight out. Capello steps in, puts a hand to the face of his jumper. Houston gets the rebound, and he's fouled as he rips that one away. And the Bobcats will inbound from the far sideline as Houston is fouled. That's the third team foul on the Jayhawks here in the second half as the foul comes in, the first of the night on Carson Dyke.
Dalen's a very good team player. He's not a demand the ball type of guy, but these are the games where if you have his skill set, you cannot shoot the ball 4 times in 2.5 quarters of play. He has got to demand the basketball and take it to the rack.
Capello drives, kick out, top of the key. Brooks gets it, kicks out, wide open, Eisenbarth, and this one off the back of the iron. Houston tips it out, though, for an offensive rebound. Capello gets it, now feeds it back to Brooks, left wing. Brooks get a knife into the paint, kicks out right wing, and a timeout, I believe, is going to be called. No, a foul's going to be called, and a holding foul is going to come in inside. As a foul will be on Rashad Gatewood, number 23, his first foul of the night, third team foul on the Jayhawks. Brooks will inbound, baseline left side. Bobcats will get the inbound. Capello catch and shoot off to the inbounds. It is no good. And a rebound brought in by Avanis Hodges. Breakaway, lace it up and in. It is good for Hodges. His third bucket of the night. He has 6 points. It's 32-27, back to a 5-point game and a timeout in the front court. And head coach Michael Apple not happy about the way his Cats are playing with 2:27 in the third quarter here on KFJB-TV.
insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Hey Bobcat Nation, it's Corey Smith, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
32-27, 2:27 to go in the third quarter. Bobcats leading it, but barely by 5, as the Bobcats have let the Jayhawks come back in it here. As you see Capello in the second half hit his 5th 3 of the game on KFJB-TV with the replay right there. But you know, if it wasn't for Capello and all of his made threes here tonight, boy, Jayhawks would be running away with this one.
Yeah, we would be in a lot of trouble. Bobcats just have not found any form of rhythm. Dalen's got to be much more aggressive on the offensive end. And I'd like to see Trey, as he's done in the third some, get into the lane, not just to score, but to pass and to create open opportunities.
Capello with nearly half of the Bobcats' points here tonight. As they have 32, he has 15. Sarin is into the game. Hands off to Brooks, top of the key. We have not seen Prince Jala for 1 second on the floor here tonight. Brooks took a free throw line jumper. It's no good, but that's 15 points and 7 rebounds sitting on the bench.
Yeah, and he's just a game changer, too. He just changes how the Bobcats look and feel, able to get to the rack wherever he gets the ball, second chance opportunities, a good playmaker, a shot blocker defensively.
And a laser towards the bucket by Ivanis Hodges. He gets the Jayhawks back within 3 now with 1:42 to go in the third quarter. Letting a 2-7 team just hang around in this one here tonight.
Yeah, we said early you got to get them down early. You got to take care of them early. But instead, the Bobcats are putting together one of their worst, if not the worst effort of the season.
An up and under play for Houston. It looks fancy. He has 6 in the game. It's 34-29 with 1:15 to go in the third quarter. Need more plays like that tonight here for sure for the Bobcats. But back the other way, a little fancy play of his own for Rashad Gatewood. And that's his first bucket of the night. It's 34-31 with a minute to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Bobcats have not had a good quarter here. Are losing this quarter by 6 points.
Weatherly is back into the game. He rolled his ankle earlier in this quarter, so good sign is right there. Houston thought about the 3, takes it in himself on the right baseline, and a charge is going to be called. Set up on the right block there was Carson Dighton, and pretty good call by the official. The 6'3 senior draws the charge on Dalen Houston as he went in. That's Dalen's last drive as he goes in there, as you see on KFJB-TV with 40 seconds to go. It was a nice play, but another nice play by Gatewood. He answered, and so it's 34-31 with 40 seconds left here as the Jayhawks will have it.
Yeah, whenever the ball moves, the people off the ball just stand there. No cutting to the basket, no looking for the ball.
Hodges feeds inside, and the Jayhawks lose it out of bounds. It was a good play set up, but just could not quite execute it right there. And it goes out of bounds. Back to the Bobcats for the final 24 seconds of the third quarter. Somewhat uninspiring basketball here tonight inside the Roundhouse for the Bobcats. That is for sure.
Yeah. It looks like they thought they'd put on the white, blue, and red and show up, and that would be enough to win by 30, and it sure hasn't been.
Capello, his 3 from the left wing skims off the iron, and Jayhawks won't get a shot off at the end of the third quarter. We hang tight at the 3-point game. It's 34-31 as the Bobcats put up just 7 points in that third quarter. We enter the fourth next right here on KFJB-TV.
American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse. Ribeyes and sirloins, aged, hand-cut, and served with your choice of 2 of Legends' legendary sides and a dinner roll. If you are a prime rib fan, Legends has prime rib every Friday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m. With 3 sides to choose from, it's chef-seasoned and slow-cooked to tender, juicy perfection. Try Legends prime rib, and you'll know why it's Marshalltown's favorite. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Dalen Houston. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Heading into the fourth quarter, the Bobcats are down up 34-31. We now get you a regional scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you. Locations and names, State Center and West Des Moines. We do have a final on that Burlington Ottumwa game, Dylan.
Yes, Burlington squeaked it out over Ottumwa, 86-85, a heartbreaker for Ottumwa.
And, of course, earlier tonight, we knew that AGWSR and North Tama were tied up, and Grundy Center was on top of Union, 34-28 at halftime. Bobcats outscored in the third quarter, 13-7. Yeah, Jayhawks taking it to the Cats in the third quarter.
Yeah, Bobcats just look sloppy at all levels, not getting anything going offensively, and then playing really poor on-ball defense.
Bobcats get a turnover, though, on the Jayhawks, and they get it back at midcourt. They'll inbound it with Giannetto to Trayshawn Brooks. Brooks at the top of the key. 2-3 zone defense.
And Bobcats have struggled with this 2-3 all day long.
Dump it inside to Dalen Houston. A couple of guys step in. Backdoor pass to Weatherly. Beats him on the right block. And that's Weatherly's first bucket of the night. 36-35. Bobcats on top. As they get it back to a 5-point lead.
Yeah, just a nice get it inside. Allow Dalen to play make. And Braden with a wide open layup.
Jump stop a little short of the rim is from Rashad Gatewood. Bobcats get it back to a trailing Giannetto. He passes around the perimeter. Houston, near side corner, drives in, jump step and a hop, and puts the shot up on the right block. Avanis Hodges. A foul. Houston on the drive on the right block, and two shots coming on the shooting fouls. Hodges picks up his second foul of the night. Timeout on the floor. It's a 5-point game inside the Roundhouse on KFJB.
The insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Hey Bobcat fans, this is Jackson Bowie and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
36-31, 5-point game as the Bobcats not winning it maybe as handedly as they thought they would coming into this game against Jefferson, but we knew this was a game they could not overlook. And the first free throw is good by Dalen Houston as he was fouled and goes to the line for 2 free throws here against the Jayhawks. Cats are a 70% free throw shooting team. We've seen that number dwindle down, though.
Yeah. As
these two teams have not met since 2012. So it's been over 10 years since they've matched up as Houston knocks down the first one. 2-0 all-time are the Jefferson Jayhawks against your Marshalltown Bobcats. As the last meeting in 2012, 66-65. Cats lost by 1. The previous one, 64-58. So very few meetings all time between the Mississippi Valley and Iowa Alliance North Conference. Of course, the first year of the Iowa Alliance North. Houston draws a charge inside as Marty Blakey will charge, and he'll pick up the foul. That's the 5th team foul, his second foul of the night. As Houston was on his backside on the right block, and that will be foul and a turnover back to the Bobcats with 6:36 to go in the game.
Yeah, Bobcats, Dalen on that have noticed it's about a half a dozen offensive foul calls this group of refs have called. So you get it in the post, you get some contact, go back, go down, and you're going to get the call.
38-31.
Bobcats have done a little bit better job here in the fourth of playing through Dalen. I'd like to see that continue to happen. Get it to him at the free throw line. Get it to him at the short corner. Allow him to facilitate the offense.
10 points for Dalen Houston tonight as the red and blue on offense on the right side of your TV screen and on the right side of your radio dial in the front court for the Bobcats. Weatherly 3, right wing. He got the feed. The assist will go to Dalen Houston as Weatherly now 5 points. All those coming in the second half of the Bobcats back out to a 10-point lead. They've led by as many as 12, but Cedar Rapids Jefferson has just kept working back into this one, and now a travel going to come as driving in from the right wing is Avanis Hodges. He tried to stop there, but his feet kept moving, and it's a turnover back to the Cats with 6:03 to go in the game. And I think it is a little bit still wet. We did have a player fall down the last time down the floor in Marty Blakey, and they did wipe the floor, but maybe still a little bit of a slick spot on that far side.
Yeah, it looks like they were motioning to each other, making sure that they got it all. But I love here in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, 7 Bobcat points, 2 points by Dalen. He's assisted on the other 2 buckets. He is responsible for all 7.
Brooks into the front court. We'll pass it to Giannetto. Capeyu had it. Back to Giannetto. Try to drop it inside. Forcing a pass there with couple of guys guarding Dalen Houston. It's a turnover on the Bobcats. Quick outlet in transition. Blakey a 3 on the left wing. It's no good. Houston climbs the ladder. Hauls in the rebound. No numbers. Houston takes it up court. Gives it to a trailing Capeyu. Now to Brooks at the top of the key. They'll reset the offense. Takes it inside. Jumper at the free throw line. It's no good. As Weatherly tips it out of there, but he tips it over by the student section. That one will be out of bounds, and it's back to the Jefferson Jayhawks with 5:25 to go in the game.
Yeah, Bobcats just seem a little bit snake bit outside of just making some threes and a couple plays by Dalen. There is no real flow on the offensive end.
No, I mean, maybe it's the last time we can say it here tonight about us for sure feeling that way. It's one of those ones where you know at the end of the night you're not going to feel good even if you do get the win.
Right. They can't play Hoover quick enough. It just is like you're just happy you didn't lose.
Free throw line jumper, it is no good as Rashad Gatewood missed that one, but a rebound inside. Good effort by Avanis Hodges. He's come off the bench here tonight and given great effort, but not able to get that putback right there. The Cats have it up by 10 with 4:48 to go in the game. You see Jefferson, they're just missing maybe a piece or two, but they definitely come out and give great effort. I've been impressed with how they've come out and played aggressive style of basketball, and they've really done a nice job against Dalen Houston, limiting some of his impact in this game here tonight. As you see a drive inside from the left block by Dalen, he is fouled as he goes up with it, as that's going to be number 3 here tonight on Adam Ponick, as that will send Houston the line for 2 free throws. Houston 2 of 2 at the stripe coming into this one.
And he's been a much improved free throw shooter. Last year, he just struggled to shoot the ball at all 3 levels. This year, starting to come into his own. And especially in that Ames game late, he took the ball, and he's doing the same here tonight.
62% free throw shooter coming into the night. An 11-point game, and that's where it will hold as he misses the second one. 3 of 4 at the stripe tonight for Dalen Houston. So 4.5 minutes to go inside the Roundhouse. I'm Brandon Lewis, Dalen Houston.
Dylan's having an
Dylan Doze.
There we
is
go.
Alongside me here tonight.
You're the only one that confuses me with Dalen Houston, but I do appreciate it. He doesn't care for it, but I'm a fan.
No, you're a little more vertically challenged than Dalen Houston, that's for sure. So an 11-point game as Cedar Rapids Jefferson has it, as Giannetto just picked up a foul, his first of the night. Second team foul here in the second half, so nothing really to worry about there for the Cats. But inside, a little leaner down low, and Avanis Hodges shows his scoring ability. He has 6 points here in the second half and 10 overall in the game, as he had 4 in the first half.
Yeah, just able to get it inside, able to out-muscle, out-hustle the Bobcats.
Houston, nice move inside, uses a glass for 2, and Dalen Houston having a nice second half as well. He has 13 points in the game, 9 of those coming in the second half. A timeout before the inbounds play, and a timeout's going to be taken by the Jayhawks, and it's an 11-point game as the Cats lead it right here on KFJB-TV.
Doesn't end when the weather gets cold at Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown. With their 2 full swing simulators, anything you can do at an outdoor golf course, you can do at our indoor golf simulator. With 80+ golf courses to choose from. Visit wanderingcreekgolf.com for more information.
Bobcat Nation, this is Jackson Eisenbarth, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
We can do
3:54 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 44-33 as the Bobcats leading it. As we do have a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Dylan.
Yeah, the Burlington outscored Ottumwa 86-85. Grundy Center is up on Union Community at the end of 3, 57-40, along with Mount Pleasant and Albia 46-15 Mount Pleasant at the end of 3.
That is a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. You see the Bobcat bench on KFJB-TV. No Prince Jala tonight. Has not seen the floor whatsoever. I thought the Bobcats might get into the 60s, even 70s here tonight, just looking at some of the previous scores Jefferson has had. And going to come up well short of that here tonight, and obviously missing a big center piece of the offense here tonight. It's something we'll ask Coach about coming up after this one.
Yeah, this is a big one. There's no practice time to look at film and tweak it. You just have shoot around tomorrow before the Hoover game.
Avanis Hodges was drawing at the free throw stripe, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Trayshawn Brooks' second foul of the night. Third team foul. Quite a few more to go before they get into the bonus here tonight. Jayhawks get the inbound, immediately give it to Hodges. Hodges drives a little baseline, lean back on the shot. It's no good. Houston blocks the putback of Adam Poddick, and it's out of bounds. It will stay with the Jayhawks with 33 seconds on the shot clock here in the fourth quarter. 3:32 on the game clock.
Hodges shoots that ball at about 10 feet 6 inches. It's a laser.
Nice feed to Poddick. Almost out of bounds. Bobcats come away with the turnover. Giannetto brings it up the near side in front of the scorer's table and then passes back to Trayshawn Brooks, and a timeout's going to be called. 3:16 to go in the game, and it's an 11-point lead for the Bobcats in the fourth quarter on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about current events derail your long-term financial strategy. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you to understand today's financial landscape and how to be positioned for the long term. Edward Jones can give you the tools for a reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Call Zach Wall at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or online at edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Prince Jala, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
3:16 to go in the game, an 11-point game. 44-33 is our game right now in the fourth quarter as the Bobcats have that lead. Capello, Giannetto, Weatherly, Brooks, as well as Eisenbarth in the game as Houston is out, Dylan.
Yeah, Houston's receiving some medical attention, was limping over there, seeing the athletic trainer at the moment. Doesn't seem to be anything too serious as they're staying on the bench.
Giannetto will be fouled, a reach in by Avanis Hodges on the left wing as the foul comes in. Seventh team foul on the Jayhawks. And that will put the Bobcats at the line. Third foul of the night on Avanis Hodges. Bobcats can maybe extend their lead at the stripe here. Giannetto for the 1-and-1, a 67% free throw shooter coming in, and he'll get the friendly roll inside the roundhouse as it hits the front of the iron and drops in for Giannetto. First point of the second half. He had 2 made threes in the first half and then has gone absolutely quiet here in the second half. But gets 2 clutch free throws. And the Cats are up by 13. This is their largest lead of the night.
Yeah, Bobcats are a team that is a team in all aspects of the word. And when you remove a cog of that, it affects the whole. And we saw that Thursday night with no Trey. And we see that tonight with no Prince.
Rashad Gatewood leans in on the right block and gets his shot to fall. 4 points on the second half. Brooks free throw line, kicks it out. Eisenbarth 3, right wing, no good. Capello got the rebound. A nice job by him on the left block. Passes out to Giannetto. Now back to Capello, drove in baseline. They feed it right back to him from Brooks. Trying to go up and under, but could not get there in time. Weatherly, 3 left wing. Boy, just settling for way too many threes. Way too many threes. You can't fall in love with it. You don't want to live or die by the 3, that is for sure. 46-35, an 11-point game. Excuse me, 11-point game. My math is right.
You want to date the 3. You want to date the 3. You marry the post. You date the 3.
Unless you're our height, then you really have no other option than to marry the 3.
You marry the 3.
46-35. Jayhawks with the basketball in the front court, taking some time off here. Almost a
looked like a carry there.
It looked like a carry. Yeah, I was going to mention that, but the shot comes up no good. Hodges, and the Bobcats have it with 1:40 to go in the game. The Bobcats looking to go to 8-2 on the season with a win here tonight in non-conference play against the Mississippi Valley opponent in the Jefferson Jayhawks. As Brooks just drove in for the Cats and he was fouled, he'll head to the line. Hodges picks up his 4th foul of the night. Brooks will go to the line for the 1-and-1 unless they ruled out a shooting foul, as Brooks was about ready to go up for a runner in the paint, so it is 2 shots. Shooting foul here with an 11-point lead to go back up by 13 with the 2 free throws. First one is no good. My wife just texted me. She said, "You married the post. Lucky for you, I also make the 3s." No, she only shot the 3s. I told her you should have been more of a post presence with your height.
My wife texted me, "You left?" Yes, I'm gone. That's what 16 years versus 1 year makes in the marriage game.
I'll take my text any day over yours. Brooks missed the second one, but there was a lane violation on Cedar Rapids, so a second one to come here again. And same result, 0 for 2 by Brooks at the line there.
Oh,
Zach was trying to weigh in about his wife, but then he said, "Oh, wait."
Yeah. I don't believe in ghosts.
In the paint, sick burn, Dylan. And it's good for Carson Dighton, and he has 10 in the game. Now a little bit of backcourt pressure. Might be a little bit too little too late right there for that, but it's still a 9-point game with 1:10 to go here.
Yeah, if
drop it in to Capello, left block, but he's triple teamed and a reaching foul, and that'll mean free throws. 1-on-1 situation for Capello.
I understand wanting to maintain spacing on that,
yeah.
But when you have a post, even in a zone, if you're the opposite side in the corner, you can dive to the basket, and that's going to be a bucket every single time.
1:04 to go in the game. It's 46-37. Bobcats leading it right here inside the Roundhouse on KFJB-TV.
Choose Marshalltown Community College for your education.
A quality education.
Hands-on career training.
Convenient on-campus living.
One-on-one attention from my instructors.
Earning my AA degree and transferring to university, all while saving money.
Why was MCC the right choice for me? The great student activities and the friends I met.
2 convenient locations and the option to take online classes.
The right choice is MCC.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Rogelio Saran and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
46-37, 1:04 to go in the game. As you take an inside look at the huddle there is Brynja Brynjolfsson and head coach Michael Apple coaching up his team on the offensive side of things. They'll be at the free throw stripe momentarily, but those coaches, they work their guys hard. I mean, there's a very experienced staff that knows what they're doing, and this is a game where you probably, more than any other game, you're really earning your paycheck here tonight, because this is a game that has not looked pretty, but the Bobcats will end up on top here tonight with a victory with 1:04 to go in the game, but not an easy victory at that. Jefferson came in here and gave them a run for the money, but maybe the Bobcats overlooked this one a little bit as far as the players go. I know the coaches did, as Capello misses the free throw, and the score will hold at 9.
We're seeing missed free throws. We're seeing a lot of things that don't normally happen for the Bobcats.
3 from straight on, and that one in and out. The rebound and the putback is good for Dighton, and don't close the door on the Jayhawks with 45 seconds to go. Capello gets the ball up court. Eisenbarth will hold on to it. Under 40 seconds now. Giannetto gets it.
Yeah.
7-point game. Brooks drives in. I would have thought Jayhawks would have had a foul much earlier than that. They let about 15 seconds come off the clock before they foul. 31 seconds to go, and now the double bonus for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Ponick seemed to be about the only one that was interested in fouling in that first 10, 12 seconds of possession.
So 46-39 as the Bobcats have 2 free throws.
Oh, my gosh.
And Capello does not hit on that one either. He's 0 for 2 coming in on the night. One of the best free throw shooters in Class 4A just a couple of weeks ago, but his free throw percentage has dropped to 83% now. Finally gets that one to go, so he splits him at the line, 1 for 3 in the night. 47-39 is our score. 8-point game. A feed inside, 1 too many passes. Weatherly picks it off, gives it to Brooks, and the Cats going to try to hold for the final shot, but no, Giannetto will be fouled, and that will send him to the line for 2 free throws. A 67% free throw shooter, 2 for 2 at the line, heading here for 2 free throws. Foul is going to come in on Adam Ponick, as Ponick will pick up his 4th of the night. Giannetto with 3 points in the second half as he makes the first free throw. He is 9 on the night, and this one to make it 10 points on the evening and extend the Bobcat lead back to 10. And he will extend it back to 10. That's the one thing. The Bobcats have led by 11, 9, 11, 12, 10, 13, 10 here in the second half. But it's always felt like Cedar Rapids Jefferson has been just hanging around. 3 will come up an air ball, and it's back to the Cats with 5 seconds left. And I think that will be pretty much all she wrote as head coach Wes Bruns. Looks like he will keep the backcourt pressure on here. And the inbounds to Giannetto, and that will do it. So the Cats will improve to now 8-2 on the season. Jefferson drops to 2-8 with a 49-39 win. You don't feel great about it, but the job got done here tonight as the Bobcats hold another opponent under the 40-point mark here inside the Roundhouse. This is Bobcat Athletics right here on your home for the Cats. News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 FM. And, of course, always streaming on the YouTube channel for KFJB-TV.
Furniture and Mattress has your mattress. Every firmness, comfort, and support level, each at a great price. Make the investment today for a good night's sleep for years to come. McGregor's also has quality furniture for every room in your home. Beautiful, comfortable sofas, recliners, dinette sets, and office furniture to help you work and relax in comfort and style. McGregor's Furniture is proud to bring you quality furniture and great service, and they are proud to support Bobcat Athletics. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Capon & Brown helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Capon & Brown to hear more about how they can help you feel healthier and happier in your home. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call them today at 641-753-3563 or visit them online at caponandbrowninc.com. Your local premier Lennox dealer, where quality has been a promise for 48 years.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise.
A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Coming up, post-game statistics, a check of the area scoreboard, and post-game reaction. The Locker Room Report on KFJB-TV, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
49-39, the final score here at the Roundhouse. You take a look at the pep band. Little Chicago just a moment ago. I think we missed out on.
I love me some Chicago.
25-6, 7-4, whatever the name of the song is. Great song.
It didn't have lyrics, so I just like the sound. I'm a simple man. I just like the sound.
You like that humming music.
That's right. Not for me to hum, but for you. I enjoy your humming.
The Cats were not humming tonight offensively or defensively, really, in all aspects. Free throw wise, not humming there either.
It was disjointed, discombobulated. It's about as ugly of a win as you're gonna find. Looking at, we had what I would say we probably had 30-second spurts where we look like an adequate offensive team. But for the most part, we just look like we were trying to show up and win.
Yeah, that is for sure. The Bobcats do get the win here tonight, 49-39. They go to now 8-2. You know, they won 10 regular season games last year.
Yeah,
they could get to that mark this week alone, which gives you promise for the future. But also you have to think, boy, few injuries here and there. Dalen Houston, his left knee, not feeling at 100% here tonight. We did not see Prince Giles, so there's also some concern on that side of things as well.
There definitely is. As mentioned a little bit in the fourth, but this team is a team in all aspects. They kind of flow like a single organism. Last year, Armani could get his own and get 25 and carry you when you weren't going. That's not this team. This team needs each part working in harmony to be at its top level. With no Trey last week, we saw the offense struggle. With no Prince tonight, we saw the offense struggle. We need all these pieces together to be able to really capitalize on a special season for the Bobcats.
Carson Dighton with 12 for Cedar Rapids Jefferson, 4 for Rashad Gatewood, 4 for Marty Blakey, 5 for Logan Augustine off the bench, and Avanis Hodges finishes with 10. Actually, Augustine did start, but Avanis Hodges, he came off the bench. He had 10 points here tonight. Carter Giannetto with 9 for the Cats, 2 for Trayshawn Brooks. Braden Weatherly had 5 points all in the second half, 16 for Drake Capello. Jackson Eisenbart, 3, and 13 for Dalen Houston. What's up?
Carter had 10. That last free throw gave him 10 points.
I forgot to mark
tonight.
that down. So, yeah, it was 10. You're right. All right, so the Bobcats, they went on an 8-0 run early in this one. They got themselves up, and they led by as many as 13. But as Dylan and I alluded to, not the greatest feeling of this 10-point victory inside the Roundhouse. More continues next right here on the Locker Room Report, all presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
And save for your child to go to college. But medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
How can you help Marshalltown High School and enjoy a mouth-watering burger at the same time? By ordering the Bobcat Burger at Legends American Grill. 2 quarter-pound patties with crisp bacon strips, sauteed onions, and melted American cheddar, jack, and Swiss cheeses on top of fresh shredded lettuce on a toasted bun. It's absolutely delicious. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold is donated by Legends to Marshalltown High School activities. So, enjoy a Bobcat Burger and help MHS. The Bobcat Burger, another exclusive from Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress has your mattress. Every firmness, comfort, and support level, each at a great price. Make the investment today for a good night's sleep for years to come. McGregor's also has quality furniture for every room in your home. Beautiful, comfortable sofas, recliners, dinette sets, and office furniture to help you work and relax in comfort and style. McGregor's Furniture is proud to bring you quality furniture and great service, and they are proud to support Bobcat Athletics. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
Time now for a scoreboard update on the locker room report, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Dylan?
Yes, Grundy Center took on Union Community, beat them 69-52. Iowa Falls Alden upended South Hardin 75-62, and as we mentioned earlier, Burlington 86, Ottumwa 85.
You know, the DeMar Hamlin injury and everything, and everybody's doing the whole. This one goes out to Jeff Brooks. We got a heart for Jeff Brooks back at the Kick Studios.
I can do that. I can throw a heart up for Brooks.
A heart for Brooks. We love you. Thanks for the scoreboard updates all throughout the night, Brooksy. He'll be busy this week. We've got a game tomorrow night and Friday night as well. More to come on the locker room report, including our visit with head coach Michael Apple. That's all next, right here where you watch the Cats and hear them too. KFJB and KFJB-TV.
In today's world, you are what you put on social media. If you don't believe me, go check out Calvin Rocket on Facebook. Not only will you find enticing pictures of delicious specials and favorite menu items, you'll also see a whole lot of Bobcat pride. From football to fine arts and everything in between, Calvin Rocket is always sharing what makes them proud to be Bobcats. Keep up to date with Calvin Rocket specials and events at facebook.com/Calvin Rocket Marshalltown. Share the pride, and don't forget to share the cheese curds.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. The city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. The city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
Marshalltown knows competition. We started forging trowels in 1890 and evolved into manufacturing tools for masonry, drywall, concrete, flooring, tile, paint, and more. Today, we're still going strong. Marshalltown strong. As a worldwide leader in manufacturing, we crush the competition. We believe in our community and are proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
Why choose Marshalltown Community College for your education?
A quality education.
Hands-on career training.
Convenient on-campus living.
One-on-one attention from my instructors.
Earning my AA degree and transferring to university, all while saving money.
Why was MCC the right choice for me? The great student activities and the friends I met.
2 convenient locations and the option to take online classes.
The right choice is MCC.
Back inside the locker room report here on KFJB-TV, all presented by, of course, Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. It is our post-game chat with head coach Michael Apple, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services. Coach, you sneak out the 10-point win here tonight. It never really felt like you had really pulled away from Cedar Rapids Jefferson. I know we talked at the pregame show about this being one you didn't want to overlook. I mean, your guys led by as many as 13, so you got to feel good about that. But it was one of those games where it just didn't seem like the offense, defense, and free throws just all flowing one fluid motion here tonight. Is that kind of how you felt about this one as well?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I just no consistency on either end. We couldn't get continuous stops. Felt like when we got a little bit of a lead, they'd go down and get an easy basket, or we'd have a breakdown, and then offensively we could never get anything going that way either. It just seemed like everything was kind of just tough for us to do tonight. One of those games we didn't play great, but we found a way to win. But, there's a lot we can improve on. Definitely.
Yeah. You got Trayshawn Brooks back here tonight, which obviously helped you. Big performance by Drake Capayu. He had 5 3-pointers made. That was one of the most aggressive games that I've seen out of Drake Capayu.
Yeah, we've been telling him, we need to look for him to be more aggressive and score it. And, he did a lot better job of that tonight. He had 11 shot attempts. That's kind of where we want him, maybe even a few more. Unfortunate thing is, Dalen had 6 shot attempts. That can't happen. He's got to have more shot attempts than that. We got to do a better job of getting him the ball. Just shot way too many threes, quick in the possessions tonight where they're not doing anything at all to have an impact. And if they're not going in, that's exactly what they want us to do.
Yeah,
so we're just making it a lot tougher on ourselves right now.
That 2-3 zone defense really gave the Bobcats struggles. You alluded to a lot of quick threes. Yes, you hit 7 threes, but we were talking routinely on the broadcast. It wasn't touching the paint. It wasn't touching Dalen. Dalen wasn't seemingly calling for the ball either. What did you speak to the team about at halftime? Because that third quarter seemed to be a little bit more aggressive. What was that adjustment you were looking for on the offensive end of the ball?
Well, we kind of ran a little screen action on the baseline, help Drake kind of draw that guy out, and then Dalen's just basically posting up that middle guy, and we have that other guy on the baseline there occupying the other bottom guy in the zone. So that gives Dalen the opportunity to be one-on-one for a second. If they all suck in, then we can kick it back out and go from there. And unfortunately, we started doing it later in the game. I wish we would have just started that way, had an emphasis on getting it inside. And that's with anything. That's with our man offense. It's not only zone. Our team is built to work inside out. And
I think that was the first play you had in the second half, right? Coming out of halftime.
Just be dominate the paint. Then they'll have to adjust, and it's a lot easier to make shots when you're kicking it from the post there.
And how do you coach? Is that a thing where you want Dalen to be more demonstrative, asking for the basketball? You want Trey or Drake being intentional, getting him, or is that something from a coaching staff perspective? You're like, I need to focus on this much more quickly.
Yeah, it's obviously something we need to focus on a lot more and practice, and just making an emphasis. The ball has to touch the paint before we do anything else. And we can make some adjustments to our zone offense to where we're moving a little bit more, getting little guys moving instead of just being stationary and trying to have them drive gaps. So it's a combination of both. Guys need to understand what we're trying to do, but as a coaching staff, we can help them see that and help them be in positions to do that.
Last question for you tonight, Coach, on our locker room report, post-game chat, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services. 15.7 rebounds per game on the bench for you tonight. We didn't see Prince Jala injury, or where's he at here tonight?
So Prince, yep, he wasn't playing tonight, unfortunately. Yeah, he's just had some injuries. He's got a hip deal, that's affecting him a little bit right now, and so we just gave him a day to rest and be ready to go for tomorrow.
Yeah, Hoover Huskies going to be in town for a big one tomorrow night.
Yeah, no, they're a good team, so we need to bounce back and be ready to go here. Our guys were pretty disappointed in the locker room tonight. When we won the game, so that just shows that we weren't satisfied with how we won. Obviously we're happy we won and found a way, but they know we can play a lot better than we did tonight.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we'll talk to you in about less than 24 hours. Coach, thanks for the time here tonight. That is our locker room report post-game interview with head coach Michael Apple, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. We'll wrap things up from inside the Roundhouse next, right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB and KFJB-TV.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
The equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. Home equity loans are as low as 5.74% for a 5-year fixed-rate loan. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problems. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Golf doesn't end when the weather gets cold at Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown. With their 2 full-swing simulators, anything you can do at an outdoor golf course, you can do at our indoor golf simulator. With 80-plus golf courses to choose from. Visit WanderingCreekGolf.com for more information.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family. We want to be there for your first car, we want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
Once again, a final score tonight. The Bobcats win 49-39. They improve to 8-2 on the season. Meanwhile, Jefferson Jayhawks fall to 2-8 on the season. Locker room report, all presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown here tonight. And, of course, still in tomorrow night. It'll be a big one. It's Super Tuesday as the Marshalltown Bobcats host the Hoover Huskies inside the Roundhouse.
Yeah, Hoover's a good basketball team. Bobcats have historically not had a whole lot of success with Hoover. Hoover's led by the senior point guard, Chase Henderson, averages over 20 points a game, really makes it all go, along with facilitating at about 5.5 assists a game.
Yeah, we hope the Bobcats turn up big here tomorrow night. Hopefully Prince Jala is able to get going after what Coach mentioned, just a little bit of nicks and bruises. I mean, this is the heart of the schedule. You're getting a couple of weeks where you're having 3 games in a week. It's a lot to ask about, guys, to bounce back like that and get going again. All right, so tomorrow night, 7:15 is the pregame show. 7:45 is tip-off here on KFJB-TV, as well as on KFJB AM 1230, as well as FM 93.9. So we hope to have you along tomorrow night. For Dylan Doze, I'm Brandon Lewis. For Zach Tomish, our producer, as well as Keith Stewart on camera, and Jesse McMeyer, a.k.a. DeMeyer, on camera work here tonight. Yeah, that's right. Jesse DeMeyer is the real name, but McMeyer is the nickname.
Spirit animal.
His spirit animal, that is for sure. And until tomorrow night, we'll talk to you then. You've been watching Bobcat Athletics right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Today's game was brought to you by Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce, Assured Partners, Legends American Grill, Jensen Ford, Sports Plus, Sports Medicine, Edward Jones, Zach Wall, Capone and Brown, Wayward Social, Zeno's, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wells Fargo Advisors, Marshalltown Community College, The Embers, Marshalltown, Bruin Manufacturing, Ken's Transmission, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill, Top Crafters, Marshalltown Hy-Vee.